Suzuki Hayabusa, 2021 on review. A Suzuki Hayabusa for the 21st century. It may be a child of the 90s at heart, but even by today's standards, the third generation 2021 Suzuki Hayabusa feels like a spaceship. We're glad that Suzuki haven't messed with its magic recipe too much. Styling is more evolution than revolution, and it rides similarly, but the suspension upgrades deliver a deliciously supple ride, and the engine's extra grunt makes you forget all about the drop and peak power you'll rarely use anyway. Brakes are an improvement, but blunted by their electronics, the low-speed throttle action is snatchy and the riding position can be cramped for tall riders. Those small niggles aside, the 2021 Suzuki Hayabusa is still a wondrous, one-of-a-kind creation that remains the epitome of effortless speed. Ride quality and brakes. Fully adjustable KYB forks and shocks might look the same on the outside, but the internals have been reworked to give astonishing results. As you'd expect from such a heavy bike, it doesn't respond well to being forced into corners, but if you finesse it from upright to full lean, it's hugely capable and sure-footed. It positively glides over bumps, and it's this sublime ride quality mixed with unflappable high-speed stability, reassuring weight, and such creamy power delivery that makes it so effortlessly quick over fast terrain. Engine. Despite a host of new engine parts, the Hayabusa actually makes less peak power and torque than before. That may sound disappointing as you're sitting calmly reading this, but out in the real world, going flat stick on a Busa is still a lesson in brutality and hanging on for dear life. Granted, you'll feel the power flatten off at the top if you're used to riding 200 bhp plus superbikes, because its claimed 188 brake horsepower will be more like 170 bhp-ish at the back wheel. But the big Suzuki isn't about chasing big revs, and instead, it's all about leaving its sixth gear and using thick, meaty wads of mid-range torque to whoosh you along. The Busa may have a sweet new gearbox and a peachy new up/down shifter, but unless you're pulling away or stopping, you'll rarely need to use it. Reliability and build quality. MCN Online owners' reviews for the previous model are glowing when it comes to reliability and durability, but some finishes are thin and prone to stone chips and corrosion if not looked after. The latest version promises more of the same, with lots of thoughtful attention to detail and with similar electronics to the tried and tested Suzuki GSX R1000. You can buy a Hayabusa with complete confidence. Value versus rivals. At £16,499 at its launch, the 2021 Suzuki Hayabusa costs around the same as a similarly spec'd base model superbike, but it no longer has any direct hyperbike rivals, with the possible exception of the more touring-focused and slightly cheaper standard, no-frills Kawasaki H2SX. Equipment. Suzuki have moved the game on with the 2021 Hayabusa. Not only does it have new styling and LED lights, it comes with a full set of electronic rider aids, fully adjustable suspension, and fancy brake calipers. Although the iconic analog clocks and speedo happily remain, we wish the speedo still went up to the original Hayabusa's 220 miles per hour instead of its more realistic 180 miles per hour. A multifunction color TFT nestles between the dials. A full range of official performance, touring and styling options are available, and with the Busa being around for over 2 decades, there's no shortage of aftermarket and tuning accessories available from specialists. Specs. Engine size 1,340 cubic centimeters. Engine type liquid-cooled, 16V, inline 4. Frame type aluminium twin spar. Fuel capacity 20 liters. Seat height 800 millimeters. Bike weight 264 kilograms. Front suspension KYB $43 million forks, fully adjustable. Rear suspension KYB single shock, fully adjustable. Front brake 2x320mm discs with 4-piston radial Brembo Stylema calipers. Cornering ABS. Rear brake 250mm disc with twin-piston Nissin caliper. Cornering ABS. Front tire size 120/70x17. Rear tire size 190/50x17. MPG, costs and insurance. Average fuel consumption 42 miles per gallon. Annual road tax £101. Annual service cost £190. New price £16,499. Used price £13,400 to £15,100. Insurance group 17 of 17. How much to insure? Warranty term 2 years. Top speed and performance. Max power 187 brake horsepower. Max torque 111 ft-lb. Top speed 186 miles per hour. A quarter mile acceleration. Tank range 185 miles.